Heyo everyone, I hope you have a wonderful week thus far. My name is Anna, but you can call me Anchi, and welcome to the Binge on Self-Love mini episode, which are super short, occasional reminders / pep talk to remind you to be kind to yourself. So let's get into it. Last week, I realized that self-love is a journey rather than a goal or a milestone that we will reach. It sounds pretty obvious in the bigger scheme of things, but not so much on the day-to-day basis, when our minds are occupied with a million different things that we need to take care of, million different things we need to do, and we need to check off of our to-do list. I've recently asked myself this question: Anna, do you think you will ever learn to love yourself? And when I tried to answer the question for myself, I realized that self-love and self-acceptance, or however you want to call it, is not something you reach one day and from then on you will just love yourself unconditionally without putting in any effort. I just think it doesn't work that way. I think self-love is rather a lifelong journey. And I've learned, especially throughout the periods when I didn't feel good in my own skin, when I didn't love myself, when I didn't give myself the care and the compassion I needed, that it is an ongoing journey and there's no goal to reach. Of course, it gets easier on the way, but it also gets harder sometimes. Our bodies constantly change, and so do our lives. We face different situations, pitfalls, trials, breakups, relationships, family situations, losses, victories, and so on. And all throughout those moments, we once again need to find a way to accept and love our body and our mind and ourselves as a whole package. And our relationship with ourselves are being tested every now and then. And those are the moments that show us how far we've come, but also that there still is a long way, or rather a journey, than the end goal. We get to know ourselves every day. We get to know ourselves in every situation that's at least a little bit out of our comfort zone. And sometimes it can be a hard pill to swallow, meaning we didn't do as well as we thought we would, or we reacted to a certain situation in a way that we regret now, or whatever it might be. Self-love is an ongoing journey that we need to practice and learn from every single day. For example, being over a year, nearly 2 years without any significant binge episode, I thought that I was strong enough to face any situation, no matter how stressful or how emotional my life would get. And then boom, all it took for me to spiral back into the old habits of binging and really negative self-loathing behavior was moving to a new place and switching jobs. Because for some reason, it took away the solid ground I thought I was standing on, and I reached out to binging as something that was familiar, as to something that I knew before. And this only comes to show me that there still is a lot I need to work on, and that everything and everyone around us is constantly changing, and so are we. And so even our relationship that we have with ourselves needs to be taken care of. My life is not the same as it was 5 years ago, not even a year ago, and that's perfectly fine. And my body doesn't look the same like it did 10 years ago, and that's also fine. We need to keep learning to accept ourselves in different situations, different phases in life, no matter what's going on in our lives around us, no matter how we look, how much we weigh, no matter how old we are. Like I've said before, our bodies change all the time, and so do our lives, and so do the circumstances around us. And we will find ourselves facing different situations. And in every single situation, we need to find a way to be kind to ourselves. Whether that's adulting, being pregnant, going through menopause, going through a rocky relationship or a breakup or a wedding, or whether that's not having enough time for ourselves in a certain situations, or whether that means moving across the country. I know that all of these things can be so difficult and so demanding on your physical and mental health, but also they can be somewhat triggering when it comes to an eating disorder. And therefore, I think it is especially important that we remind ourselves every single day that we are good enough and that we will get through this and that we have our own back, if that makes any kind of sense. Because I feel like very often when we are facing some difficult situation, we throw ourselves under the bus, meaning I screw my health, screw my mental health, screw my effort, screw everything. I am just a loser and I will never succeed and I will never be good enough or whatever. I want you to remember that no matter what you're going through right now, you deserve to be kind to yourself. You deserve to accept and embrace and love who you are. And remind that to yourself every day, because self-love is an ongoing process rather than an end goal. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week and talk to you soon. Bye!